Hello everyone, George here, and we're back in again with this particular table-like object. Rather than bring this into ZBrush like I thought I was going to do, I've spent some time and just decided it's probably a bad idea to go that route. So what I am going to do instead is just clean this up inside of here and bring it over into Substance Painter in the interest of time and getting these assets done as quickly as possible. So why don't we go ahead and just start fusing stuff together so it doesn't become a problem. Now that does mean I should probably go through and get rid of some of these seams here and there. So we got that center seam, which I'll keep, but then we've got these other ones that kind of go up and down this whole thing. So let's get rid of those really quick. Whoopsie. There we go. And next one. Okay, and this one. I want to leave some of them just in case I need to work with the detail, but for the most part, I'm not going to keep this stuff. Let's see. I'm going to assume these elves did a really good job creating this, and there's really no reason to slice it up too much. Now I did kind of want to go in and break it up a bit, soften some of the parts and so forth, but I'm just not going to worry about it for the moment. See, that's that entire thing. That's the center line. Center lines are usually pretty good to keep around, so I'm probably going to keep that. That looks fine, and those are all fine. Okay, so let's start adding some of those details that we need. In particular, I want to add bevels on the upper side of this. And I'm going to do that here and on this side, and then to the edges of the table as well. Now, I'm not going to do it on the bottom side because there's no real point to doing that, except for on the very outside of the edge that you might be able to see. The rest of it doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry about the inner parts, so that's going to cut down on the amount of faces I got to worry about. Let's see here. I probably could have made selections a lot better by doing this in what would it be, face mode, and selecting faces and then converting it over two edges. That might have been faster and less clicky and prone to failing than the way I'm currently doing this, because there's a good chance I'm going to miss something with the way I'm doing it right now. See, there's one I missed. All right, let's try it from here now. Just doing one final check. So shift right click and bevel. Was there something down there that I grabbed? No. Okay. And we're going to do segments. Bam, add one in the center, move them down to be smaller, something like that. That's what I'll be going for. That's fine. We're going to do something similar with the underside portions of this. And really, we're just trying to add a little bit of detail to this object. Now, I would have liked to have smoothened it and pushed it around, maybe make it a little bit more gnarly. But I think we can get a lot of good detail inside of Substance Painter that we can work with, so that I don't really need to worry about that. Let's see, so those are that. That runs all the way down there. That one runs all the way down there. Okay. And there's this side. There's that side. There's that side, and there's that thing. And I didn't get any of that over here. And these, I need these. And I'm being a little haphazard with how I select things. So let's go to bevel really quick and just kind of see what happens. So it looks like I got the same thing going on both sides, so that's good. Doesn't look like I'm missing anything really. So let's decrease that and add another segment in there. Now, it does look like I kind of need to add this top bit to make it work out correctly, because it just doesn't look right at all. All right, so there's those pieces. I should probably, whoops, grab these as well if I'm doing this now. Although, I don't think I really need that. I'll keep it for now. Trying to determine where I don't need to do this. And the problem is that these two are actually connected right here. So having that part kind of screws things up. So I'm going to not do those ones unless I want to separate them manually, which I don't want to. Okay. What happens if we do this now? Oh, look at that nastiness right there. I might have to break them apart just because of how it's reacting to those areas. So I want to undo that. Let us grab it again after all. And let's go ahead and break these components down. Now that they're broken up, save. I will grab all of you. Let's just get some of this stuff over with. So all of your edges there I need, and quite possibly all of this, and I should probably use symmetry. That might make things a little bit faster. Let's try doing that actually. Let's go to, was it selection, symmetry, object X, world X. I would actually like this to do it. I would like to do this in several ways. I wish I had like double symmetry. That would be even nicer, but I don't. I could just do it on the one and duplicate it. That would be one way of doing it. I don't know why, but I'm feeling very lazy. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do. Okay, shift right click, bevel. 2 segments. Keep that fraction low. All right, let's grab these two, mirror it over. So W looks like it's in the right place. Looks like it's in the X axis. So let's shift right click, mirror, and do X. We'll do it based upon the object. We're going to go to the negative X and hit apply. There we go, perfect. Okay, grab these two now, fuse them together. It looks like we got what we need. Let's do the same thing over here, but break them apart. So let's grab this entire face right here, but not you. Now, does that get anything on the top? That's a good question. Let's start hiding stuff. So I am going to grab all of these ones and fuse them together. And hide them. Interesting. I didn't notice that that one has the top ripped off, but these ones don't. Which means I have UVW space that's being completely used for no reason. So let's cut them off and relay things out for our UVs once we've finished with this. Let's go in the side view, frame on up, start grabbing some things. I'm going to grab all of you, I think. All of you and all of you. Not you, though. So good. That didn't get anything over there. And I look clean everywhere else. Great, so now shift right click and let us do an extraction on that. Perfect. Now I can work with these things. So let's just fuse them together for the moment. Make my life a little bit easier. We're just going to grab, I think, all of this right here. And we'll do the same thing over here. Like that. And you, shift right click, bevel. Is that still connected? What's going on right there? Something's going on, and I don't like it. Is it simply just not have a face there? I guess that's the problem. I guess that is the problem. So let's give it a face to work with. Let's bridge them. So bridge, and bridge this one as well. So G on that. Save. Let's go to this one and that one, G. This one and that one, G. I'm guessing there's no face over here too. It looks like there isn't. So let's go to this one and that one. Wait, wrong one. There's that edge. I want to grab these ones and get rid of these ones. There we go. So let's bridge those. And let's do the same thing over here. Unselect them. Or deselect. Now bridge again. Okay, save F8. Now let's see what happens. So once again, selecting. Just double clicking a lot. See, we can tell now that it works because it does go all the way to the edge. Now we're going to do a mirror on this, so I don't really need to worry about anything. So let's bevel this. Increase the segments. Make that a much smaller. Now then, we've got that done. So we can now mirror this over. Shift right click, mirror, and we're going to flip this over to positive. Hit apply, and there we go. Save. And actually we do want these to be combined. And I do want to merge these. Come on. I want this threshold to be a lot lower. 0.5. Enter. There we are. Actually, even that threshold is not going to work. Merge verts. 0.1. Hit apply and close. There we go. So that's done. Hide that away. We can hide the legs. So now we just have the tops. We'll end up running into a similar problem if we're not careful. So let's make sure we only select these. Really? There we go. Bam, 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 bam. And finish that off. Bevel it. What's going on? I missed something. This one. And this one. And the same can be said for over there. So let's bevel this again. Segments are 2. Fraction is going to be pretty low. Something like that. And now display show all. Save. And now we should, in theory, be ready to go. Just double checking a few things. All right, grab all that now, recombine them as one object, edit, delete all by type history. So that's done. And so now we have poly surface. So let's just call this workbench. Let's right click on it, assign new material, Fong. Go here, workbench _M. Enter, save. Let's go to our UVs again. Now under our UVs, we're going to grab everything that we have. And wait a second here. Did I have a duplicate set somewhere? So let's just try that again. So if I grab all of it, is everything okay? It looks like it is. So grab all of that. Let's do another layout. Layout and layout UVs. Hit apply, and we'll see if we gained any space by taking some of those areas out. Not really. All right, well, it was worth a try. Actually, you know what? I might need to grab everything and unfold everything. Just wanted to see what happened there. Or not. Maybe it's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this over into Substance. Or we can make the workbench, we can make the seat. We'll just do this for now. So let's go to Export Selection and FBX. Go up to Substance Painter, Exports, and what do we want to export? No, wait, that can't be right. For some reason, I have it called OBJ instead of FBX. Let's call this Workbench, enter. Thank you, nothing is currently selected. File, Export Selection, Workbench, enter. Okay, let's go over Substance Painter, File, New. File, I hate that bug. File, New, PBR. We'll start with 2048. Add. Export OBJ. And, oh crap. You know what? I always screw that up. I want to go to Little Bane, Export, and then Workbench. All right, there we go. Workbench is good. Let's go ahead and hit OK. So there it is. Why don't we go ahead and bake everything out? So go to Tool, Texture Settings. Let's go to Bake. We should be good here. Bake it. All right, now everything's been baked out, so we can start working. And since it's a wooden desk or table, let's go ahead straight to materials and see what we got to play with. Now I already have several wooden ones, so let's go ahead and look at them. Let's just type wood. So this is what we have. Rotten is probably a bad idea. So let's start with distressed wood to begin. That's obviously not what we want. Let's change this to 4. That's still horrible. 6. And go to triplanar. I also want to rotate it 90 degrees. There we are. Still looks pretty poor. What do we increase that to 8? Now you can actually start to, unfortunately, see the pattern repeating. Let's see. I'm going to lower the height position, I think. It's a little too intense. And dust level. What's that about? Jeez. Grunge. Grunge color. Make that a little bit darker. Now, where's the grunge map coming from? Okay, so now we got our small cut size and our large cut size. Let's make the small cuts smaller. Maybe not too small. All right, now I don't like it being overly glossy, so I think I want to tone that down a bit. Gash size. Those are gashes, okay? Let's tone that down a lot. Okay, so that's the beginning of the workbench. And obviously these legs and so forth need to be changed a lot. So we've got to think about a lot of things. I think I'm going to make this 6. Increase the size of that one. And I also want to take wood rough in here, I think. And just see what that's going to look like. And rotate that 90. Let's go to UV scale, pump that up. Go to triplanar, and actually it looks like it shouldn't have been 90. Yeah, that's better. And let's see. Now this also has scratches. Now let's go over here and go to add a mask to it and go to our smart masks. And what I would like to do is have this influence some of the other areas. So let's go to surface worn. What I would like this to also do on top of that is have this one influence or override the normal and the height map. So let's do that. So that wherever it is, it's going to replace those parts. There we are. I'm not in love with what I'm seeing so far, that's for sure. Let's take a look again at this and see what we can do. I'm going to desaturate the wooden bench a little bit, I think. Okay. And I'm also going to want to, I think, add some more cracks or add some more ambient occlusion to this object. So let's make a new layer and just put the ambient occlusion on there. So let's go to what textures, ambient occlusion, right in the base color. And let's do, how do I want to blend this? Let's go to base color. I only want this to affect the color. I want it to blend by something like color burn or color dodge. So there you can see it in these seams, and there's some awkward parts here and there that are kind of screwing it up a little bit. But otherwise, that's bad underneath the table, isn't it? So let's see, that's color burn. What if we do overlay? No, overlay is going to brighten it up. How about let's just darken. So there's multiply. So I take that layer and duplicate that a few times. I get something like that. Let's create a folder, and in that just say AO, and stick these in there for now. And let's just make the whole folder darken. Or multiply, excuse me. All right, and I guess that's okay. Now, does this support shadows? Because these scratches are really pissing me off. Vignette, lens distortion. Let's turn shadows on a little bit, just so I have a sense of what's going on. Okay. Now what I do want as well is for there to be a gradient of wear from the bottom up, even though I haven't come through yet and fixed all that stuff, so that still has to happen. But I do want to go under our materials again, search for wood, and I'm going to do rotten wood, I think, for this. Let's go ahead and scale that up and triplanar. Okay. And we're going to do this in a vertical fashion. So let's go over to black mask, smart material, masks, excuse me. And we're going to go from the ground, dirt up. Now, let's see what we can do here. So that's the level, how much it's there. Now, I'm not getting enough, so let's go to color. And I'm going to darken the whole thing, I think. Somewhere down there, I believe. And rotten area amount. Let's crank the rot. Go back here. And just start playing. So that's the height of the dirt. I kind of wish the gradient was a little harsher, but maybe I can do something like this. Really push it to dark. Now, this also has some funny stuff going on. Oh, there we go. That's the one that does it. So what is this? That's just a slight transition at the top, it looks like. So what I might want to do is take this and add a new filter. Can I add a filter to a filter? Let's try blur. See, I want to blur it in a way that's not, in a way that's probably not going to let me blur. Let's put it that way. Now up here on this surface, what I would like is wear from being overly used. And let's just look on Substance's website really quick and see if we can find a nice wood texture that already has some wear to it. If not, we'll find something that does, or we'll make something that does. I do like this old knotty wood. That looks pretty nice. All right, let me log in, and we're going to get that one. All right, so let's grab it. Old knotty wood. There we go. Oh, apparently I have it already. I just didn't download it. Okay. So old knotty wood, I'm going to bring up to the top. Look at that. Let's make this 4 iterations and rotate this 90 degrees and make this triplanar. And now it is wrong. Oh, triplanar. And what I want to do is not have this go too crazy with the UVs, or I mean the normals and everything else. So I'm going to crank down the normal intensity. I also want to crank down the range of the position on this, so it's not so intense. Okay, I can get behind that a little bit more. And what I would like to do, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this properly, is have spots kind of where the work has happened. And I don't know if it's going to be better to do that by randomly trying to have this happen or by deliberately painting in certain places. So here's, for instance, surface worn, which we had looked at before. And you can see that's using the same as the other one that we put down for a worn surface, which is looks like wood rough. So I would want to go under the mask editor, and I believe it's is it the grunge map? Yeah, grunge here, that I want to change to make this work. So if we go under grunges now, and we take a quick peek at what's available to us. So let's try a few of these. So there's grunge scratches, which we could give a go. Or grunge dirty. You know, I'm really not a big fan of, I guess, this one, the distressed wood. I don't think it's doing a whole lot for us. Kind of wondering if I bring this under, get rid of that, and we start with this instead of this, how it'll work out for us. So now I deleted that. Whoops. Let's remove that. So that's what we're starting with on the underside now. And I do like that a lot better. Now if we go now into distressed wood and we give it a mask and maybe we add it back in very specific places, don't go too crazy with it. What if we put subtle scratches in that? No. Soft damages? Ooh, that kind of put it right along those edges. I kind of do like that. That brought something to it. All right. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. So this is not doing a whole lot for us at the moment. I would kind of like this to, I don't know, do more. So this is it. So that's the green channel. So I can increase the height if I want to. I'm going to lower the contrast down and see if that, yeah, so somewhere down there. If we decrease those levels a bit, but I raise the dirt height, I should get a finer gradient, I believe. So the levels are low, but the height's high. And now I can just crank slowly up, and then we get that transition going a lot better. And we just kind of need to play with that a little. All right. Now from here it looks okay, but from under here there's too much, looks like damage going on. Is that the distress? Now that is the distressed wood. So on this I might want to right click, let's add a paint layer, and then just start, whoops, kind of cutting stuff out. Let's go to alphas and find something interesting. Just try scratches dense, and maybe get rid of some of it. So it's just not too there. All right. Now what'll happen if we start adding it back in? Oh, that looks bad. Too much, too harsh. It would need to be reduced quite a bit. Now we could go in and start to add stains. Not that one, but the rotten wood. If we went to paint, and then we like really made it fine. Oh, whoops. Yeah, this is what I want to do. then rotate it. I'm still taking me time to get these darn hotkeys down. Okay. Maybe more in the center, and then we reverse it. And we actually take away from some spots. Maybe closer to the edges where the actual work gets done. Okay. Now what's going on down here with this stuff? So the old knotty wood here should be running 90 degrees. So let's duplicate that layer. And all I'm going to want to do is let's throw a black mask on it and grab selection and just grab these lower pieces and rotate this 90 degrees. Okay, so that's not what's causing the problem, it looks like. Let's go to replace. So height, replace, and we'll also go to normal and replace. Just make sure that doesn't come through on any of these parts that we're trying to fix. Okay, so now that's looking better already. Yeah, you know what? I can go with this as our workbench, I think. It's fine. It's a little generic, but it'll work. Okay, I'm going to save this now, and let's just call this workbench. Let's right-click, go to Export Textures. PBR is not what we want. We're going to go with Unity 5. Dilation, that's fine. Let's choose our location. Google Drive. Little Bane, Substance Painter, Exports, and Workbench. Select it, select, and export. Go in here, grab it, copy, and let's go ahead and bring it over into our Unity project. Now that's in the folder called Shortbane, because I made a horrible decision a long time ago. Shortbane, assets, go under level. I'm going to create a new one, just call this workbench. I don't know if I'm going to be exporting these out as one giant level. I might just export these out and we'll place them in there. I don't know yet. So workbench goes in there. That's great. Let's go ahead and export it out inside of Maya as well. So let's save that. W. Let's go D and V to snap it to the bottom. Let me try that again. All right. Go to File, Send to Unity, Selection. We are currently in a different project, so File, Recent Projects, select it, File, Send to Unity, Selection, Level, Workbench, and Workbench. Enter. Save. And now we can jump in Unity and take a look at how it is. Save that. Load up Unity. Now that things are loaded up, let's go ahead and throw it down somewhere and assign our materials. So level. Then we need to go to Workbench. Grab the Workbench. I believe I need this to be 100 units or 10 units. It's one of the two. Just grab that and throw it somewhere. So right there on the ground's a great place for it. Let's jump into the materials for this object. Let's lock it down. Let's go back and go under the workbench or textures, whatever you want to call it. There, metallic, and finally normal, which is going to add most of the character for this. And there we are. So we've got our workbench now inside of our room. All right, everyone, that is pretty much it for, let's see, hold on a second. You can't really see much when the lights are turned out, can you? So let's see if I can't move this a little bit over here so I can actually see it in this lighting. So they're very dim lighting, and you can't see much because it's not very shiny. Okay, anyway, that's it for this video. I'll see you next time. So long, and goodbye.